Okay, so here you are on the beamline ID19, and that beamline is mostly used for microtomography. It's an X-ray imaging technique. And so the device you are seeing here is a microtomograph. To explain in a very simple way how it works, you have the X-ray beam coming from here. The sample is put on that sample stage, and it can rotate and move. So the X-rays go through the sample, and after they go in the detector. So the detector is just a microscope, so for high resolution in such case. And inside that cup, you have a small device that is called a scintillator, and it is the real important part for the detector. It is converting X-rays into visible light. And so at the end, what we are seeing is visible light. We are not directly seeing the X-rays. And so why are we using such kind of device to scan fossils? It's because here you are in a synchrotron, in a third generation synchrotron. And so first you have very powerful X-rays, but also you have X-rays with very specific characteristics on the physics aspect. And one of these very important things is what we call the coherence. So I will not give explanation of what is coherence, but to give you an idea, it's a way to see details in a sample with a sensitivity that is about 1,000 times better than with any conventional source. So you have these very specific X-rays going through the sample, and each interface in the sample will create what we call an edge detection effect. So we'll see all the interfaces extremely clearly because we are using such kind of coherent X-rays. And to have that effect, we just have to move the detector. So you can see that it's on a big motor, a big translation. And just if we are close to the sample, we have what we call X-ray absorption, like what you have with a medical scanner, for example. And when you go further, you increase the propagation distance, and then you have the phase contrast effect. And here you can reveal many, many things. And so for all the research we are doing in paleontology, we are always using the phase contrast because you can do the absorption contrast with conventional machine. So for paleontologists, we are extremely interested by the internal anatomy of our samples. For centuries, paleontology was based only on external anatomy. So you was describing a fossil from what you can see from outside. And sometimes when you had broken fossils or when you are slicing the fossils, it was possible to see inside, but always in a 2D approach, two-dimensional approach. And with the development of X-rays techniques, so originally conventional X-rays, like medical scanner, we started to see inside the fossils without destroying them. And so the synchrotron is just a way to have far better results than with any conventional X-ray machine. And so you can see inside the fossil without destroying it. And at the SRF, we can go for fossils that are about that size, so like a hominid skull, that you can see completely with a lot of details. And we can focus after to see very small details, so we can reach sub-micron resolution on some specimens. That can even sometimes be quite large. So you have to imagine, for example, a bone about 2 or 3 centimeters in diameter. We are able to see a small part of that bone with microscopic resolution, exactly like if you was slicing the bone and making physical cut to see with a microscope. But the only difference is here we are not cutting the fossil. And so after the experiment, the fossil is still intact. The beam is coming from here. And it's going through the sample. The sample is installed on the sample stage here. That can rotate and can move like that. And after the beam goes through the sample and go in the detector. So here you have the detector, and inside the detector, that is a microscope. You can find variable bar.